Hello everyone, my name is Harshita Jain and I'm currently an intern at Lexis and Company. Today I'm going to talk about the concept of natural justice, which comes under your administration law. So, in India, there is no statute laying down the minimum procedure which administrative agencies must follow while exercise the decision making powers. This minimum fair procedure refers to the principles of natural justice. So, natural justice, we can say, is a concept of common law and represents higher procedural principles developed by the courts, which every judicial, quasi judicial, and administrative agencies must follow while taking any decisions adversely affecting the right of private individual. Natural justice implies fairness, equity, and equality. In a welfare state like India, the role and jurisdiction of administrative agencies is increasing at a rapid rate. And also, the violation of the principles of natural justice in arbitrariness, therefore, violation of natural justice is a violation of equality clause of article 40. Now, the principles of natural justice encompasses two rules. First is the rule of nemo judex in causa. This means that no one should be made a judge in his own cause or rule against bias. Second rule is audi alterum partem. Here, the other party, or the rule of fair hearing, or the rule that no one should be condemned unheard. Now, I'm going to discuss these two rules in detail, obviously. The first rule is rule against bias, which is nemo judex quasi sua. Bias means an operative prejudice, whether conscious or unconscious. This can be in relation to a party or any issue. The rule against bias flows from following two principles. First, that no one should be a judge in his own cause, because obviously that would create biasness. And second, justice should not be done but manifestly and undoubtedly be seen to be done. Thus, a judge should not only be impartial but should be in a position to apply his mind objectively to the dispute before him. Like, obviously, if I have done something, अगर मैंने कुछ क्राइम करा है, समझ लो मैंने किसी कंपनी में कुछ झूठ बोला है, उस कंपनी से कुछ उस कंपनी को लॉस हो गया, और अगर इस केस में मैं जज हूँ अपने केस की, तो ऑब्वियसली आई विल बी बायस फॉर माई सेल्फ ना. मैं अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट करूँगी. या फिर अगर मेरे को कोई सिचुएशन पता है, ठीक है, तो और फिर अगर उस चीज़ में मैं जज बनूँ, तो ऑब्वियसली मैं उस चीज़ को बायसली देखूँगी. लेट्स से टेक एग्जांपल लाइक फ्रेंड्स. वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड हैज़ डन समथिंग एंड और आई विल सपोर्ट हर ऑब्वियसली, लाइक बिकॉज शी इज़ माई फ्रेंड. तो मेरे माइंड में कहीं ना कहीं कॉन्शियसली या अनकॉन्शियसली एक बायसनेस आ जाएगी. So that is why a person should not be judged in his own case. Thus, a judge should not only be impartial, but should be in a position to apply his mind objectively to the dispute before him. The rule against bias has two main aspects. First, the administrator exercising adjudicatory powers must not have any personal or proprietary interest in the outcome of the proceedings. Second, there must be real likelihood of bias. Real likelihood of bias is a subjective term, which means either actual bias or a reasonable suspicion of bias. Thus, it is difficult to prove the state of mind of a person. Therefore, what the court sees is whether there is reasonable ground for believing the deciding factor was likely to have been biased. Now, the bias can be, in many forms, like personal bias, pecuniary bias, or departmental bias, subject matter bias, preconceived notion bias. So it can be anything. The second rule under natural justice comes is your audi alterum partem, or which means the rule of fair hearing. Hmm. The rule of audi alterum partem is the basic principle of natural justice. The expression audi alterum partem implies that a person must be given opportunity to defend himself. This principle is sine qua non for every civilized society. This rule also covers various stages through which administrative adjudication pass, starting from notice to final determination. Now, right to fair hearing includes first the right to notice, second the right to present the case and evidence, third the right to rebut adverse evidence. Now, this can come two other things: right to cross examination and right to legal representation. Now, fourth comes your disclosure of evidence to party. Fifth is the report of inquiry to be shown to the other party. Sixth and last is the reasoned decisions or speaking orders. Now, what are reasoned decisions? Reasoned decisions are the or postal decisions. Postal decisional hearing means hearing after the decision is reached. The idea of post decisional hearing has been developed by the Supreme Court in the case of Maneka Gandhi versus UOI, Union of India, to maintain the balance between the administrative efficiency and fairness to the individual. In this case, the passport dated 1st June 1976 of the petitioner, a journalist was impounded in the public interest by order dated 2nd July 1977. The government declined to furnish her reasons for its decisions. She filed a petition before the Supreme Court under Article 32, challenging the validity of the impoundment order. She was not given any pre-decisional notice and hearing. Argument by the government. The government argued. The argument by the government was that the government argued the rule of audi alterum partem must be held to be excluded because otherwise it would have frustrated the very purpose of impounding the passport. The Supreme Court held that though the impoundment of the passport was an administrative action, yet the rule of fair hearing is attracted by the necessary implication, and it would not uh, and it would like and it would not be fair to exclude the application of this cardinal rule on the ground of administrative convenience. The court did not outright quash the order and allowed the return of passport because of the special political factors attending the case. So this was the concept of natural justice. If there are any doubts, any question, do mention them in the comment box. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.